Hello and welcome back to BOTB TV. My name is Christian Williams and back by popular demand, BOTB head honcho William Hindmarch.
Wasn't that amazing? The views last week on the website,
yeah,
the TV, unbelievable.
All that smoke we saw upstairs was from the server overload of the views.
Completely. No, in all seriousness, Tim sadly still ill, so I'm here to stand in again.
Yeah, Tim isn't particularly well at the moment. We saw some of the comments that you made on the last video when William very kindly stepped in about having his man card revoked. Don't think that we didn't see them. So we thought we'd just get him on FaceTime this morning just to show you that he's not dead, he is still alive, but he's still a bit under the weather. Here he is.
Oh my God, you are ill, you lost all your hair.
I know.
Wow, what sort of illness is that?
You don't want to know.
So Tim, what happened, if you don't mind me asking?
I had the horrendous norovirus thing, and then there was just some awful blood poisoning and hospital, and I fell, passed out and smashed my face into the ground, hence the busted lip. I haven't been like brawling in the streets. But yeah, it was mostly horrendous, but I'm probably 90% of the way fit now, so I'm very much looking forward to not being stuck at home, so I'm bored out of my mind.
What have you been doing since you've been getting better?
Netflix,
literally just binging on Netflix.
That's it. I have watched all of Netflix.
Netflix completed.
That's quite an achievement.
Yep.
Well, Tim, we'll be happy to have you back next week because I'm getting a bit bored of Will. So
if you can get your spot back, Tim, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
We heard
get those viewing figures back up again.
We heard that you disliked last week's video on YouTube just because you weren't in it.
Awesome.
Tim, we'll see you next week.
Cheerio, folks.
Cheers, bye. Speedy recovery, Tim. Right, let's get on with the show.
Great, so you were down at Auto Vivendi last week, and I think they threw the keys to the NSX. Let's see how it was.
So the reason we're here at Auto Vivendi today is because of this, the brand new Honda NSX. What are your thoughts on that?
It's a rocket-powered Xbox. It's bonkers. You know, it makes a good noise. It's a hybrid. You hear the turbos whistling away. It feels very, very futuristic, very exciting to drive. You're now in quiet mode, which is everything toned back a little bit. And once you start moving, it would go into the hybrid, so it would just be electric.
Oh, right.
Just for a little bit. You will feel the power dip in and out.
Right.
And then you can whip it to the right once, and that puts you into sport, reduces the traction control a little bit, a little bit more power, stiffens up the suspension a little bit, sharpens up the steering.
The NSX, I feel, is near enough a brand in its own. It was really quite a revolutionary car when it first came out. Ayrton Senna helped develop it, and just with that name in mind, you knew that it was going to be a fantastic car. Just crawling away, first of all, in this car in quiet mode, it does use its electric motor, which feels just like a electric car does. And then once you start to drive a little bit more aggressively, the engine comes in, which is a 3.6 V6, which, as we said earlier, it doesn't sound like a lot, but I think Honda realised that they didn't need to put a whopping great V8 or a V12 in this car. It just doesn't need it. With the extra power that the electric motor gives you, you've got absolutely ample 433 Newton meters of torque, which you can feel when you put your foot down, that's for sure.
Wow, how was that?
Yeah, just unbelievable. That car puts a massive smile on my face. And we recorded a whole review on it, which we will put up on our YouTube channel very shortly.
Fantastic. Wouldn't it be great if someone won one?
Yeah, it really would.
And talking of that, you were back out on the road this week?
Yeah, I was back out, surprising our latest winner, and this was actually our second female winner in the last 5 weeks, Donya Pankhurst, who won the incredible Audi RS4 Plus, £20,000 in cash as well that we stowed in the boot. She was hugely happy with it, obviously.
It's a great car, I used to have one.
It's a fantastic car, so usable, so much power. But what was quite funny is I think her husband was really jealous because we phoned him up, he was a surprise contact. And he was like, oh my God, have I won? Because he's a regular player as well. We were like, unfortunately you haven't, but your lovely wife just picked up the keys to a brand new Audi.
It's the worst phone call you could get, isn't it?
It kind of is in a way, yeah.
Talking about great winners, we haven't had a throwback for a little while, and I was just going through the archives, and I remember going to Portugal back in June 2014 to see a great guy called Malachy Kearns. We've just arrived in Faro Airport in Portugal, where we've come to surprise our latest winner. Anyway, he's won the fantastic Range Rover Evoque, so we're going to head off now and go and try and track him down.
You went through Dublin Airport for our stand, and you bought some tickets to win a car.
Oh yeah, I was looking at my favourite car, yeah.
What is your favourite car?
Well, the Range Rover.
Range Rovers generally, yeah?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Can you come with me a second?
we have got a surprise for you. Now,
You serious?
don't have a heart attack on me.
I kneel in prayer, Lord. Land Rover.
Your wife Gifty has been very kind in helping us out. She's known about this since yesterday, and she's been very kind in terms of leading us in here. Congratulations! You're the owner of a brand new Range Rover Evoque, £75,000 car, I think it is. So
That'll do fine.
that'll do all right.
Figures are all right. Well, yeah, I believe if you believe in luck, you open the door to it. You haven't closed it. You've opened it. You said, "Come in here, please." Well, this is the best of the best.
Well done.
I am absolutely delighted. Thank you.
Pleasure.
It looks like a lot of fun. I love going abroad and surprising people who are on holiday.
It was a great time.
I
Really,
bet.
really good fun.
So let's have a look at what's in the headlines this week. And this week our theme is supercar versus super hatch. And we start with quite a beast of a car, right?
Yes, we did this theme back at Christmas, and they're very popular. So we've got it again, and we're starting with the McLaren 570S.
Now, I've driven one of these, and you may have seen actually I drag raced it against Archie's R8 in what I can only describe as a complete triumph for the McLaren. It absolutely dominated. Considering Archie's car is not slow, it's a V10 plus. That 570
It's had amazing reviews. All the McLarens have amazing reviews, actually. Everyone
so
says they're absolutely
quick.
nailing it. Yeah.
So if you are playing for that this week, good luck. I'll get to your house pretty quickly on a Tuesday morning.
Archie must have been pretty pissed off, yeah?
Yeah, he was a bit, yeah. He blamed it on the Quality Street rap.
Which is probably right.
Which is, yeah, more than possible. Yeah.
So next up, we have the Litchfield Audi RS3. What a bit of kit. I mean, the Audi RS3 is an amazing car anyway, and very fast. Litchfield have taken that. They've gone from 395 brake horsepower standard up to 500 brake horsepower for the Litchfield version, which is pretty amazing. 0 to 62 in 3.5 seconds. So this is going to beat pretty much any supercar.
Yeah.
And they've done that quite easily. What they've done is they've changed the air filter, changed the intercooler, and done some engine remapping, and they've produced that beast of a car. I mean, you know, that thing is incredible.
Yeah, it's a seriously fast bit of kit. And this actually, equally as quick, it's the brand new Volkswagen Golf R, but the performance pack version as well. Now, we all love a Golf. I own a Golf.
I drove a Golf R on ice once.
On ice?
Not the performance pack, but on an ice track in Sweden. Yeah.
Was it good?
Amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
Very fun. Yeah.
I love owning my Golf. It's not an R, unfortunately, but you could be winning the R. Now, the performance pack comes with a better exhaust. It's lighter, it sounds better. You've got slightly more power. The top speed is up to like 166 miles an hour or something. It is such a great everyday supercar in a way. I mean, it's a super hatch, but it's quick.
And £1.85p a ticket.
Yeah.
What's not to like?
Cheap if you're playing for that this week.
Yeah, good.
Now, last but by no means least in our supercar versus super hatch, and this is very much a supercar, is the 911 Turbo S cab, which is just phenomenal.
A great bit of kit. I prefer the fixed head version, personally, but I know you were down at Porsche East London trying this out. How was that?
It was amazing. Yeah, take a look at this. Here it is then, the Black Beauty, the brand new facelifted version of the Turbo S. Now, as standard on the Turbo S, you get the ceramic brakes, you also get the centre lock wheels as well. Imran from Porsche East London very kindly giving us the key, so let's go and take it for a drive. So it's definitely much more fun driving this thing than it is walking around the outside. So we're in the £156,000 Porsche. Already you can tell this thing is pretty brutal. It does that by a 3.8 litre twin turbocharged engine, which is quite the monster on the road. Typically, as the English weather gets a little bit better, we've got to hand the car back. Thank you so much again to Imran at Porsche East London for letting us borrow this Turbo S. I think this is what this car is all about, actually, kind of the great British weather. Slightly wet, slightly stiffy, but this thing, even with 580 horsepower, is quite a dream to drive on pretty much any road.
Wow, I bet that was one of your favourite test drives ever.
It was, yeah, and you know I'm a bit of a show-off, so I was a bit gutted that the weather was like it was.
No one ever said that.
And we couldn't put the roof down, yeah,
sure.
Right. Yeah. I really enjoyed it, and what was quite nice was the fact that when I was ill, I missed out on that Porsche experience that Tim went up to, so it was great to jump in a Porsche.
Fantastic, great, well, all big Porsche fans here.
Yeah.
Right, so should we do some car news?
Yeah, let's. The first, I suppose, the first story that has really been hitting the headlines this week is the fact that zero tolerance on the speed limit. This is if you go over the speed limit by even 1 mile an hour, that's instant points and fines, etc.
I know, very hard to enforce, I would have thought. But also, I think we're doomed anyway, because I think the average speed cameras, which now on the motorways are becoming more and more prevalent. I mean, they are so good these days that it's getting harder and harder to get from A to B with any
We should
speed.
all just move to Germany onto the Autobahn, I think.
So that speed,
yeah.
very hard.
If you've got any comments, as I was about to say, just drop them in the section below. I'd love to know what you think about this whole zero tolerance thing. Right, on to the next news story that we have. Now, I found this video the other day. It's quite incredible. It's out in Utah of this 4x4 going up what looks like pretty much a vertical cliff. Wow. And I did some research because I was trying to work out how it was defying the laws of gravity. And apparently it's something to do with the sandy texture of the rock, which is a bit like sandpaper. So it actually does give you quite a lot of grip.
Wow.
And you probably have to have a little bit of
It's not clever camera angles.
It's not, no, they haven't just put a camera on the side. No, this 4x4 is literally going up pretty much vertical. So yeah, quite cool to look at that. Now, we are mixing up the cash competition a little bit this week, as we did last week. Last week, we put in those amazing Rolexes, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We had his and hers Rolexes, and they were popular. And in fact, we've beefed it up even more this week, and we've added 2 motorbikes, so 2 Triumph motorbikes.
Amazing. Now, I have to get my script out of this because I'm not a bike man.
You have a script?
I need to, yes, we have a script. No, you obviously don't need one. Yeah, right. The first one on the left is the Speed Triple S. That's worth £10,700. And we've also got the Bonneville Bobber Black worth £11,650. The Bonneville Bobber Black.
Right, good. Well done.
Peter Piper picked. And the tickets are just 50p and 55p for the 2 bikes. So nice addition for the 2.
Yeah, great.
For anyone that's a...
Well, the Harley Fat Boy we did a few weeks ago was the most popular prize that week.
Yeah.
So clearly there's a bit of an appetite for these bikes.
Absolutely.
So it's quite fun to have some in there for those bikers out there. Great, so that's pretty much the end of the show. But before we go, what better thing to do than have a competition?
Yeah, we do love competitions, right?
Yep, we love competitions. That's literally what we do.
It's literally what we do.
We must love competitions.
And as we've got it in the headlights this week, we thought we'd give you the chance to actually drive a McLaren 570S.
Great.
Now, they're incredible to drive, and you and a mate can get to go. We've got different locations across the UK, from the north to the south.
Yep.
You and a mate go along, drive the car. You'll also be taken out for a high-speed passenger lap as well, which will just be phenomenal.
Yeah, sure. I've been one of those professional high-speed passenger laps before, which is quite fun but quite terrifying.
For your chance to win this amazing experience, all you need to do is comment in the section below on our YouTube video. Are you Team Supercar or Team Super Hatch? We will pick someone at random by the end of this week, and we'll let you know in the comments section. So good luck if you're entering.
Yeah, great competition that.
Yeah, really, really good.
Really, really good.
Thank you again, Will, for stepping in to Tim this week. Who knows who will be here next week?
Exactly. No, thank you. It's been great fun.
And we'll see you again next week. Cheers.
Great. Thanks for watching.